Boom. What's going on, people? It is day two. It's not even day two, but I'm just going to say it's day two because I didn't upload day two. It's day two of the process to 5K. Now, it's probably been about 5 days in between since I made the last video, and it's the 16th of July today, so it's not even like it's the 2nd of July. But I'm making this video nonetheless. What's going on? So, and when I wake up, right, the hour that I wake up, that I get up, I give myself an hour to be able to, brush my teeth, have a shower, meditate, chill out for a bit, then get to action. And then the next hour I use for to-do tasks, like little tasks that just need doing, or not even little, but just need doing, like emails being sent and such, or making like a follow-up call. And, sometimes I wake up and I just be like, oh, I can't be arsed with a shower. And I regret it. I always regret it because I just feel sluggish. And for some reason, whenever I jump on a phone, this is when I always feel like, yo, now I need to go for a shower. I just need to chill, bro. I just need to chill. I need to talk about what's going on. So what's going on is the providers that I've made contact with. I've got about 4 at the minute. And you could even label them because there's one that's like a big fish and they go down, down, down. But my big fish is what I'm working with, obviously, to try and find them the property, which I have found. It's a 7-bed HMO in Hyde. 7-bed HMO in Hyde. So, yeah. Now it's negotiation. So they've said to me, the figure that I want to be able to offer and the figure that they have proposed, it's not far off, but it needs to be lower. It needs to be lower. So I need to be able to send an offer them today, but I'm just waiting for a viewing date. But it doesn't matter, to be fair, because they're just taking the piss. I don't understand people that do that. You're in the chat, I'm in the chat, messaging back and forward. I ask you a question, now you suddenly disappear. You're an estate agent or a letting agent. You should be getting back to me ASAP. And one thing that I hate about when I'm messaging people, is when you have to rely on people, because this is a business very much where you have to rely on people. It's like when people, I don't know why people do this, but you send them a message, right, on WhatsApp, especially on WhatsApp, and they says seen, and they just ignore you. It blows my mind. I asked the provider, I was having a conversation with him, I was like, he's a very straightforward guy, he says, yeah, arrange a viewing, that. I said, okay, well, when's the best time to arrange a viewing for it? He just airs me. What the fuck? Have I done something wrong? Listen, I hate when that happens. It's not like I hate the person, but it's just like, why are you doing that to me? Do you know what I mean? Just answer my message, bro. And I've had people do that to me before, back when I was deal sourcing, trying to co-source, and it just makes you feel shit. Do you know what I mean? Because you're relying on that person. You might have this urgent deal that needs selling, and this person's just be like, eh. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to do it yourself. Because imagine if you were co-sourcing this deal and they were doing that to that person's going to be doing that to you. So yeah, anyway, I got this deal just to negotiate the price, get a viewing for them, and hopefully get them to view the property tomorrow. And if they take because this is the property in the area that they're looking for with the specifications that they told me. If it comes to it and they make an excuse or they say something or they say, anything that's not the letting agent's fault or my fault personally, that prevents the deal from going forward, I'm not going to work with them. Because this is a business very much where you just need to be able to move on. If a deal falls through, move on. If a provider messages you about, move on. Because there's other people out there, and it's not like you completely forget about them. Just put them at the bottom of the list. Just say, okay, well, I worked hard I used my time, I worked hard, I went to these agents, I got this deal for you, and you said no. And you said no based on the fact that, I don't know, just a random reason. That can't work with me. That can't work with me. There's other people out there, and if I need to go to the board again and make the calls and get the providers and go to the meet, I'm doing that. I'm completely fine with that. And these other 3 people that I'm working with, they're not necessarily like big fish. They still haven't answered. They've still got unanswered questions. So you need to take care of first month's rent and deposit. Some of them don't take care of all the maintenance. Some of them this. It's just harder to negotiate. It's harder on my side. I'd rather not deal with it. I'd rather deal with the person that's going to deal with all the maintenance, all the bills, first month's rent, first month's deposit, pay a rent that's higher, able to take on multiple properties. That's what I want. And that's what we strive for, and that's what we can strive for if we just sit there and make the calls. And lucky for me, I'm in the mindset where I'm not going to quit no matter what. You know, I often, well, probably 5 out of the 7 days a week, I always have a doubt in my head. And there comes a point in the day where that doubt gets loud and it starts saying, what the fuck are you doing? You know, you should have gone to university. All this stuff. And it's not like I'm listening to these voices. It's just like they're just there. It's just there, like rotating. And I've got used to it now, so I'm able to just like forget about it quickly and just understand like, okay, this is the part of the day. This is the part where I say no, and this is going to keep going. So luckily for me, I'm not going to quit no matter what, because I always say this. If I did this for 50 years, you're telling me that I'm not going to be successful? Bullshit. If it's going to take 50 years, it's going to take 50 years. Do you know what I mean? That's the mindset that I'm going to have. Of course, it's not going to take 50 years if people are doing it within a year. People's deal. I'm in a chat on people getting successful in this. All these doubts, all this shit, all this, people are getting successful, or, it's easy for that person to be. No, 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 no. I want to be the person where people look to and say, how the fuck has he done that? And the people are going to look at me and say, oh, it was easy. He just did a bit of time and that. No, 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 no. I used every bit of my time to be able to do this. I did things that I wasn't comfortable doing. I had to I'm hungry, mate. I was working 7 days a week. I want them to show them the reality of it, and then they're gonna be like, shit, this is not so easy. This is not so easy. So yeah, that's the biggest. So that is happening for me at the minute. I'm hoping that I'm able to get that across the line. I need it to get across the line just to even prove to me that this person is actually willing to take the property on. Because even if it's like a fake deal, which I don't want to bring fake deals to them because I don't want to get their hopes up and be a dickhead, but just to know that they will 100% take it on, and based on the fact that I'm bringing that property to them, makes me happy. It makes me think, yes, that is great, that's perfect. It makes me show that I'm not wasting my time. So other than that, I'm just gonna try and negotiate that deal, do that. I've got other deals on. It's like some people wake up, yeah, and they're just on crack. Some people genuinely wake up and just think, you know what, I'm gonna be on crack today. Like there was a property here. Not only is it, it's a 4 bed, it's a pretty big 4 bed, but he's put it on the market for 1,850. Other 4 beds are going in the area for about 1,600. This isn't like a mad property, by the way. It's old fashioned. It's got big rooms, which obviously we need. And then I set an offer a bit lower. He's like, okay, well, I'll get back to him. He sends me a message at fucking 9 o'clock last night, and I'm in my car coming back home. I've got a message. I'm gassed. I open it and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? He's saying we're looking for a minimum rent of 2,500. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? 2,500 a minimum rent. So I just had to be real with this guy. I said, mate, we're looking for affordable housing, social housing. I basically put like an in detail message, just to clear their mind, because it's like I don't know what drives people to just jump from the price that they've got it on the market to all of a sudden, because of companies wanting to offer them incentives, offer them this, they think, I'm just going to offer 2,000. I'm just going to say I want 2,500. It's nuts. It's nuts. And, I thought the whole thing with, service users, people suffering from dementia, might give the person the incentive to be like, okay, yeah, I'm willing to do that. Not say, shit, I want an extra grand for it. You know what I mean? But hey, yo, it happens. Just need to be able to get past that. And no matter what, like I said, this is going to work. Today I'm going to, well, it's like when I had my HMO. I couldn't think of anything other than focusing on that, because anything else was, because it comes to a point, yeah, where that this is the most important thing at the moment. This is everything you work for, and you want to make sure that everything's fine, and this is covering your mind. And yes, you can do other work, but it's like you don't want to miss anything. You don't want to take your hand off that brake. And sometimes that can be a case of you just doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? Because there's nothing else for you to do. You know, you've worked hard, you're being able to get this, you've got no money left, you just need to save your money left, especially if you're taking HMOs on, and then you just have to chill out for a bit. That hurts. That hurts because it's like I want to be able to maximize my time. So when I'm would you take a three bed house in Oldham? So yeah, I just got a message in. So basically, what I'm trying to say is me bringing the six-bed property in Hyde. I don't want to focus on anything else. I don't want to have to bring anything else to him because then it's just a case of me. Then it's just a case of me saying shit. But I need to keep bringing. I mean, I just need to. I just need to find the properties and stuff. But I can't because they can only take one at a time. So it's like I need to find the properties for the other people, but they're not looking for loads of things. So I guess the other thing for me to do is just call social housing providers. Just keep calling them, keep calling them. So I guess there is something for me always to do, and I just realised that when I was just trying to say this bullshit to myself and give myself an excuse. But yeah, that's what's happening so far. I'm actually going to upload this video because if not, then I'm going to forget about it. And yeah, shout you in a bit.